A very good afternoon to Zimbabwe and welcome to Africa and Beyond the Television Network. And my name is Ronald Wekwa Makusha. This afternoon, we're taking a look on breaking news in the nation of Zimbabwe. What is really happening? And we need to quickly take a look on what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe as well as the SADC and African region. So Starlink is going to be rolled out in the third quarter. And the third quarter, it starts from the month of July, going forward July, August, and September. This is what is called a third quarter in the nation of Zimbabwe. And it's interesting news. We are happy that this is what Potras is saying. This is an update from Potras. A lot of people were asking, when are we going to have Starlink being rolled out in Zimbabwe? What is left is to know the cost of having a Starlink kit. But it's good news because you will be having access to high-speed internet, and that is a plus for the people of Zimbabwe. The government is talking about rehabilitation of Harare-Nyamapanda Highway, and they are saying the rehabilitation program is on the cards. You know, a lot of truckers, a lot of drivers, especially truckers who have been using this road for a very long time, were crying because of how bad that road is. And, you know, it's a plus because, you know, a lot of people who go to Nyamapanda border on their way to Mozambique, I believe that is the same route to Malawi as well. A lot of people were crying and saying that the road was not so good. It was not well maintained, and it's a plus for those people. And, you know, a lot is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. And Mnangagwa is continuously having meetings with the various people that promote traditional dishes, and they are making it a source of employment. We do not know how, but this is what they are saying. They are claiming that traditional dishes are a source of employment. So sometimes we may need to look further and understand what is really happening. So she says that apart from benefiting consumers with their high nutritional value and medicinal properties, contributed significantly to employment creation and boosting gastronomy, tourism. This is what she is saying. She says, my traditional foods, they are actually boosting employment, which means a lot of people who will be in search of these traditional foods, they will find them from well-experienced people, well-connected people who knows how these things are prepared. And as it is, you know, Zimbabwe is a seekers where the leaders are actually engaged on some things which are questionable. We do not know the reason why they are running around with these programs. A lot of people believe they are doing it for the sake of Wana boys. And Matabeleland South has been left out in terms of currency switch. We know that ZIG has started circulating. They are rolling out ZIG, but there are a lot of people, especially the southern parts of Masvingo, stretching to the Matabeleland South province and region. And also, I believe Matabeleland North, Kunana Plum Tree, all those areas, they are actually left, or they were left behind in terms of a currency switch, because rains in those areas, rains and pula in those areas are highly used, especially in the Bed Bridge, Masvingo, Bed Bridge, Chiredzi areas. They use the South African rand as if it's their base currency. And ZIG, I doubt if the ZIG is going to be more operational in those areas. And the more issue is, if there is no stability of ZIG, it is going to be a problem to those people, because they will not know what rate it is in such areas. So to those who love watching things on internet, MultiChoice is beefing up its streaming efforts. It means you can now stream live. If you have an internet connection, you can now stream live without the need of a traditional dish. And this is a plus to those who afford to pay twice, because you'll be paying for your Wi-Fi and you'll also be paying for MultiChoice streaming. So this is an app which has been brought by MultiChoice, and it is a smart television app and it has been redesigned for easier navigation, and users can now start live events, restart live events, which means you can now follow up news without a dish and a decoder. So this is what is happening, and I doubt that a lot of Zimbabwean people will have access to this technology because of low internet, because internet yedu dona, which means it's difficult for the people of Zimbabwe to rely on such internet, and also it's very, very expensive. You see that it's better to have the traditional dish. So there's also a chaos happening. The Warriors coach, there is chaos. Remember that there was a Warriors player who then wrote to and say that he was no longer interested in taking up calls for national duty because he disagreed with Norman Mnangagwa in terms of how he has been coaching. And we have seen 3 new faces being deployed to coach the Warriors. And, a lot of people are disagreeing with these people who were picked. I'm trying to check right here the names. I have forgotten the names by head. I'm trying to check the names here. However, my internet on my network is quite slow. But we really need to take a look about this story so that we understand what is really happening. So let us go through the ZIFA Normalization Committee, and Solomon Mudege, FIFA's head of development programs for Africa, have caused a delay in appointing the Warriors coach and thwarted Bautema Brito's return to the helm. Mudege, along with FIFA former manager Kudzichi Tima and ZIFA CEO Yuven Mapikamanwa, had informally offered Brito the job and asked him to select players for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Lesotho and South Africa. However, the ZIFA officials discovered that Brito's criticism of their handling of previous qualified, they refused to finalize the appointment. This is what is happening at this point in time. And this has resulted in the appointment of Jairus Tapera. Jairus Tapera is now the person who is now going as the interim coach for the Warriors. And, he's actually going to work with the same list which was then chosen by Brito. These are the people he's going to choose, and they are going to play against Lesotho and South Africa. Right there in South Africa. So Tapera becomes the 4th interim coach since ZIFA Normalization Committee appointment, following Sunday Chidzambwa and Norman Mapeza plus Brito, we talked about. So it is what it is. We'll continue to watch and see what is happening there in the Warriors camp. Are they going to make it against Lesotho? Are they going to make it against South Africa? We watch to see. We have a lot of talent in Zimbabwe, but what is needed is commitment. And Zimbabwean authorities continue to fight with illegal money changers, and they are trying to use force to make the ZIG get accepted. It's something else, it's a mess everywhere. It's a mess, and that is a problem. We hope and believe that they will deal with this issue in no time. So these are the updates which we have for you at this point in time. And UN Tourism has held Mnangagwa's tourism, competition, cookout competitions. And they say because of thousands who are attending, this is a good initiative. I do not know how this is promoting tourism. Maybe it's because we will start to have some people attending from other countries. We do not know the actual plan of this team. So this is what's happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. We'll continue to take a look on key issues. We'll continue to take a look on various issues so that we inform the people of Zimbabwe about what is really happening in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear or favor. So in conclusion, Starlink is one of the best things the people of Zimbabwe are happy for, because we are seeing that the coming of Starlink is making the people of Zimbabwe very, very happy. they are very happy. And I have forgotten to talk about something very important. 4 CIO agents were arrested, were released on bail, and we may need to take a look onto this matter. There are 4 members of the President's Department who allegedly extorted 1,000 from Brian Ziwandi, a director of Dobsa Energy. And they were arrested, and yesterday they were released on $100 bail each. And the 4 members of the Central Intelligence Organization were brought to Harare Regional Magistrate Donald Ndirowe. Then he gave them bail. So these are Trust Madzuzu, 38, Nyaradzi Gondo, 38 again, Joshua Zingwe, 40, and Innocent Chigona, 38. They were all remanded to June 10 for a possible trial date. When you see CIO agents involved in these things, just know one thing: they are underpaid. These are the people who who are trusted with the national security. When we are talking about state security, we are talking about these CIOs. And when you see them being involved in corrupt activities, it's because they have been exposed to these activities by their masters or by their bosses, and that becomes a problem. We hope and believe that this is going to be resolved. We hope and believe that Zimbabwe is going to move forward and work such that these people will benefit directly from their employment and will be able to build houses, have their kids go to school, have food on the table, and drive nice cars from their salaries, not from looting and stealing. So Prosecutor Lancelot Mtsokoti alleged that on May 21 this year, Brian received a phone call from Madzuzu, who identified himself as Trust, stating that he was an agent for Kama TV Mine. And Madzuzu allegedly misrepresented to Brian that he supplies diesel to Kama TV Mine in Wange, and he wanted a partner to partner him in the business. So this is what is happening. And it's said that we keep having these things happening to our people. And we hope and believe that this is going to be dealt with very soon. So those are Munyika Zimbabwe. And this was our last update for today. So we'll continue to give you news about what is happening. But this is just news which we've decided to bring in one packaging. So it is what it is. My name is Ronald. Welcome. Let us meet in another episode and